God came to
play with you, life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do?
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go! 57, come on! Here it comes!
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Leonard Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I'm going back to you. Hey, Charlie! 48 right now. Let's go. Bend. 12. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Stop your whining.
Here's Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Check 48 the mark. Check 48 the mark. Hey, let's go. 48. What we got? What we got? Girl. Check.
Second and 5 down. Foles. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They will run with Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. It's first and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Here's Grant. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This is Grant. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Foles completes it to Lee. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on, baby. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it up.
Now Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Flat. 49's a mark. 49's a mark.
2nd and 2. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 37.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Armstead trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Tempo. You ready, Lee?
Let's go, baby. Silence. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, here I come. Feed and school.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Grant. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One. Hey, wahoo!
Check tight. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go.
On 2nd and inches. Foles. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Jacksonville.
Marty! You're not ready.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Matt Judon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's get off the field, D.
They'll throw now on the final play. That one complete. He finds Sharp. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, Ron. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Go.
2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fournette, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go back to Grant. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, a run with Smallwood. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now again, right side, Grant. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Switch!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Don't get nervous. Where'd he go?
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, it's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Jackson, trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Jackson now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Calais Campbell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run with Fournette. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Foles now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Foles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see